Hey everyone, it's David Sirota. I got an email this morning that I thought you'd be interested in. As you know, House Republicans are pushing to repeal the Dodd-Frank rules, the rules that were passed after the financial crisis to try to prevent another financial crisis. Well, lo and behold, I get an email this morning because I'm on the newsletter list of the House Financial Services Committee, and the email is touting Alan Greenspan and Alan Greenspan's push to now repeal the Dodd-Frank rules. Now, why is this interesting? Well, Alan Greenspan was the guy who many believe was the architect of the 2008 financial crisis. Greenspan gave a recent interview to CNBC in which he pushed for a full repeal of the Dodd-Frank financial regulations, a repeal of the regulations that are designed to prevent another financial crisis, the financial crisis that happened on Alan Greenspan's watch. So here you have the House Republicans essentially touting the architect of the 2008 financial crisis as a reason to get rid of the regulations designed to prevent another crisis. To remind you, Greenspan was the guy who pushed in a big way for deregulation, financial deregulation. He was the guy who pushed for basically a repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act, the act that was designed from the Depression to separate banks' typical, normal, safe savings and loans kind of stuff from their risky bets on the financial market. Greenspan, for instance, pushed Americans to invest in riskier kinds of mortgages. He said that people should move into ARM mortgages, the adjustable rate mortgages. Greenspan was asked by Bernie Sanders in 2000, and this was recounted in Bernie Sanders' recent book. He was asked by Bernie Sanders in 2000 if he was worried or if the federal government should take action to try to deal with preventing a large bank from collapsing and hurting the larger economy. And Greenspan said he wasn't worried about that the banks were fully hedged, that was his word, hedged against the kind of collapse that, of course, we saw in the 2008 financial crisis. So now look, it's one thing for Alan Greenspan to somehow still be out there pitching deregulation. He pitched it for 40 years or so, and he's probably still going to pitch it until the foreseeable future. It's another thing for the lawmakers on the House Financial Services Committee, the committee that is making the rules now, to cite the person who many believe was the reason, or one of the reasons, the financial crisis happened in the first place. To cite that person as the reason we should get rid of the rules that were put in place to prevent another crisis. I mean, that really shows you, I think, that either the House Republicans don't think you'll remember who Alan Greenspan is, or don't think you'll care who Alan Greenspan is. I mean, the fact that you could be citing a person like Alan Greenspan as an expert on what we should do to keep or make the financial system safe and to make sure that it doesn't collapse again, causing all sorts of ripple effects through the rest of the economy. I mean, the fact that they are citing Alan Greenspan just shows, it really shows how extreme and polarized the debate is, how off the rails the debate is. Watch for who they're touting. I would tell you, go sign up for the House Financial Services newsletter, and you'll get these emails, and you'll see who the Republicans are citing as their experts on these financial regulatory matters. And the fact is, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if as that bill moves forward, and there's a hearing set for that bill this week to repeal the Dodd-Frank Act, it'll be interesting to see who else they roll out to tout rescinding the regulations that are designed to prevent another crisis from happening.